Let's talk about my OCD. My OCD, as I'm sure you've noticed, isn't really something that I talk about a lot, and it's not because I'm like ashamed or embarrassed or anything. It's literally just because my OCD is not as strong of an issue for me as it is to like my seizures, for example. So my OCD is not sort of the normal psychiatric condition. Mine is caused by inflammation in the basal ganglia. And it's usually at its worst when I've been in contact with someone who has an illness like a cold, or I've got some kind of infection myself. There are a few moments that stand out in my head as to when it was at its absolute worst, so I will tell you about that. So the first story, I was actually at Max and Harvey's house. I am going to put a emetophobia disclaimer in this one, so feel free to click off if you have a emetophobia. But basically around that time I was experiencing like extreme nausea, to the point where I had actually been sick in their garden. Sorry guys. And I actually have this as an anxiety symptom. When I can't keep on top of my anxiety and I'm totally freaking out about something, my nausea is just through the roof. It's awful. So I went to the bathroom to like clean myself up and in case I was sick again. And I just got stuck. And I don't mean it like mentally stuck, I mean physically I was stuck in the bathroom, not because the locks didn't work. My OCD would not let me leave the room because I believed that if I was away from the toilet that I would be sick again. And so to me, being right next to the toilet was like the safe space. And I opened the door so that the boys knew that I was okay. And I think it was Max and Tom were outside the door like, come on Evie, you can do it, you can come out. That was probably one of the weirdest like compulsions that I had. Another one which is really common for me, and has been creeping back in lately, that's why it's kind of in my head, is that when I go downstairs, the back of the stair can't touch the back of my feet, like my heel. That makes me extremely uncomfortable and I have to go back up and then go back down again, making sure that the stairs don't touch the backs of my feet. I remember one time I was in a flare after coming in contact with someone who was sick. I couldn't have anything touching my legs, so like I usually wear this like white long coat, but it kept like touching and like just brisking my legs and I hated it. So I stopped wearing it. I also have OCD surrounding food. I get very obsessed with certain foods for a while and drinks. Current one is peach iced tea, which is interesting. That video from this where I was running around the kitchen, that's only happened once. I think there are more, but I can't think of them, but yes.